Welcome. My name is Rich, and this is a laid-back Let's Play of Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. In this Let's Play, I will take my time, take it easy. I won't be rushing through, trying to power level. In fact, this is kind of... Oh, I don't want to say a completionist run, because I won't complete everything. But I'll be going for doing as much as I can, or as much as I think I can manage. I will talk about the game and the stories it's telling and the characters. I'll point out grammatical mistakes in the writing. That tends to happen. I'll talk about things about the game that I enjoy or that I think could have been done better. I'll talk about where I think the game drew inspiration from, if that occurs to me, whilst I'm actually playing, rather than a few hours later, or the following day. And in specific, right now, what I'm about to do is come to Alzerund and go to... Oh, no, the Hololens. I apologise. And go to Cloudcrest. For I haven't done the Cloudcrest defeat the demon locked in the mountain quest. I expect that'll probably be half an hour to an hour, maybe, and then I'll go to the Red Marches and do as much of that as I can, depending on, how long that actually takes. I mean, if this is 3 hours, like all of these areas have been about 3 hours each, including the House of Valor. And if Cloudcrest is more than about half an hour, I won't get this completed because I'm not going to stay streaming for an extra 40 minutes on top of the 3 hours that I'm already doing. So yeah, let's hop on over to Cloudcrest. Oh yes, also you may notice that I have acquired Dreadscale leather chest armor. And I also have a new pair of chakrams, which do somewhat more damage. I'm going to keep the lightning chakrams because it might be useful to have elemental lightning chakrams available. But I will be going forwards using the fiery chakrams that I've got, which do 26 more damage. So that's worth keeping, I think. And also they regenerate me, as the name suggests. I would have liked to have done a component that does extra fire damage and extra fire damage, but I didn't have those components and I have no idea where I could buy any, so this is what we're using. Piercing damage boosters. Hi Gwyn, how's it going? Who's this? Is this Grine? It is! Hello Grine.
Now this is what I like. Something you can fix with a sword and shield.
We're going to be bashing it more with chakrams, but sure.
A warsworn has to be a stalwart soldier. But more than that, you've got to show that fact to the world. Precious few advance in rank so quickly. Then again, things don't often go normal around you, do they?
No, indeed. I'm surprised nobody from Ironfast is here, actually.
So that's the Fabled Hammer. How does it gleam like that? What odd markings it has.
They're Arathi markings. If you'd explored any Arathi ruins, you would recognize them. But sure, I guess that they're unusual to you, who doesn't seem to have done anything particularly unusual in his life.
I'd been yearning to return to the field of battle. And I feel that I owe Gwyn this, at the very least.
Oh, that's good of you. I wonder whether he's going to die during this. I don't think that he does. I don't think anyone that accompanies you dies. I mean, maybe this faceless dude back here might, but...
There's no doubt he's up there, and no knowing what he's capable of when cornered. But we do have the element of surprise. Oathblade, if you thought I'd let you go in there yourself and have all that fun without me, you were sorely mistaken.
Fair enough. Is he using... that's not Azurite, is it?
So long.
It might be an Azurite sword. Actually, a great sword. Yeah, that's Azurite. Okay, fair enough. An Azurite great sword. That's a reasonable thing to go in with.
Look, Bailin has carved his own way into the mountain. And that will be our route as well. Let's go.
What enormous effort he's gone to.
Yes, the crown will emerge at Cloudcrest's summit. That's where Bailin will be.
I mean, the whole place is sandstone. This looks like red sandstone. So it's not like he was carving his way into granite or marble or something. You know, an igneous or metamorphic rock. But still, you do get tough bands in sandstone. On the other hand, if you know that the mountain is containing the demon that you're looking for, then I suppose it makes a reasonable amount of sense to try and dig into the mountain rather than try and climb it and find across its entire surface some manner of ingress that may have been used before you.
Great gods!
But yeah, this looks like really old stuff. Hello, chaps. Ouch, stop that. We're intrigued that this Warsworn archer, who even is called an archer, decided that the best thing for him to do was to put away his bow and run towards the Niscaru before having a go at it. So it looks like these are jump down points, and we want to go in this way towards, climbing the peak. And there's Fahrlangi cultists. Fahrlangi, yeah. That was the only Niscaru, apparently. Okay, interesting. So let's clear this area first. Because I think that we come down this way once we're done, is my guess. They're definitely having a good go at it, aren't they? As you can tell from the thudding. Go, Bonita. Help us in the fight.
Oathblade.
And yeah, this is definitely a jump down point, not a jump up point. Or rather, what I mean is that we can't jump from here. We would be jumping from here and then down, not from here and then this way. Cloudcrest Peak. Yeah, it looks like we go around and up and then come out there, and then this is a quick way out, I suppose. Off we go, chaps. I wonder if they dug this whole place out, because if they did, what on earth would have possessed them to... No, these are Arathi. These are definitely Arathi ruins. They've got the Arathi markings. So they dug in and found this chamber, I guess? It lasted for a while there. I don't know that it's... Was that 2 minutes since summoning? Oh no, wrong one. Is it K? No. Abilities. Sorcery. Lasts for 120 seconds. 2 minutes. Was that 2 minutes? Maybe... no, I don't have any other upgrades that would increase their, like, length of summon. Oh well. I guess it must have been 2 minutes. Perhaps extended somewhat by me opening the map and inventory and stuff. Maybe that's why it didn't feel like 2 minutes. Glacial Scepter and an ebony longbow, which is obviously Prismere infused. It's got the colours and so on. Ah, okay. This is a side passage. All right, let's go along this way first. Usually, when someone says that, they're like angry at you for doing something that you would then pay for. But I don't know really what I've done. I mean, I haven't really accomplished stopping them at all. I mean, I've interfered and killed members of their circle, but like, it hasn't actually stopped them from getting to this point. We have been fairly ineffectual in stopping them, really. We've been one step behind the entire time. Ah, cool. Stuff. Dreadscale boots. I mean, so I actually want to be in plate boots, so I don't think that I care about them. Spirit Weave shoes. That's probably the this tier's equivalent. Of oh yeah. Decent looking gloves. But yeah, the Spirit Weave shoe Spirit Weave shoes are probably the equivalent of Dreadscale and Prismere plate. And they probably look fairly fancy. Yeah, they look quite cool. I mean, I'm not going to use them, but the set probably looks like quite suitably epic. Oops.
Oathblade.
No. of rocks. And no enemies, so that suggests to me... What's this anyway? Speak with Templar Juriel. Oh, right. That's happening in Edessa. This suggests to me that there's going to be an ambush. Probably of Niscaru? Oh no, okay. Pushed this person back along the tunnel. That's a bit weird. Pile of rocks and lockpicks. We need them. Don't need Silver Knight Greaves, however fine they are. I think we've moved past Silver Knight. By which I mean I'm going to continue using the things I've got. I'm not going to just chuck them, but... Oh yeah, this is definitely a Niscaru fight. It's going to be happening here. This is very obviously a Niscaru summoning a circle.
Great gods!
Which means I will be a little bit disappointed if there isn't an Ascaro popping up out of the void or the twisting nether or the hell dimensions or whatever it is that is where Niscaru come from in this world. Do I need to talk to one of these guys?
Blade.
We'd better keep going.
Okay, I guess not.
Sworn to war.
It's good to be back in the thick of it.
Oop, he had a thing to say.
Brian Shane stands ready to serve. Climb to the top. Show these wretches our sword arms. Defeat Beeson. Shouldn't be too hard now, should it?
I don't know. Don't go making claims that you couldn't back up, mate. Are they just gonna stay there? No, good, okay. Is this banging supposed to be the Demon Lord? Ooh, Master Infected Hilt, nice. Oh, they've just gone on without me, alright.
Warsworn.
Warn to Swore. Oh, that's an Ascaro. How's it going, dude?
Warsworn.
Spirit Weave, nice. That's a lot of thumping, isn't it?
We'll hold them back. You go on. Do what you came to do.
wait for me to finish killing your friend, and then destroy Khamazandu's crown pillars. Okay, I need to be equipped with the Mystic Hammer, I expect. Here we go. He didn't like that, did he? And that's blocked off to us. Makes sense. Wow, timing that is tricky. Rather do it with chakrams, to be honest. That's some big bones, isn't it? I don't think that I have to fight Khamazandu with the hammer. Which is good, because I don't really want to fight with the hammer. I don't like heavy weapons. Glacial hammer. Back to junk. Looks like we head around in a loop. And there's some Fahrlangi idiots over there. Oh, is this another of the dragons? Looks like it. Not quite as big as the one outside, although that's difficult to be sure of, given that we can't go down and walk around or swim around in it. Open up, dickhead. Nice to meet you. Ha ha ha! That's a terrible, awful joke. Why do I use that? Huh. Game decided I didn't have a target. Oh, it is master, okay. And I don't have any... Crude dread scale. It's probably worth taking. Ooh, savant's gloves. Those are probably dread scale as well. 18 mana. Yeah. Finesse 27. Higher armor. I'll break these down. I probably don't need to break those down. I have Prismere Feyblades, like as a component. I've found Prismere Feyblades before and broken them down. I don't think that I need any more of them. Ooh, Shosses of Ice Warding. I mean, they're plate, so I don't actually really want these, but... Ooh, lockpicks. Actually, I can just take all. It's just lockpicks and gold. I hope that hurt him. And it's his own fault for sticking his appendages up through the mountain like an idiot. So there's a bunch of Fahrlangi cultists up here, who I will presumably need to kill.
What have you done, you fool? Do you think this war can be won without me?
Yes.
Mortals cannot triumph against such malice.
They can.
We've fought this war for more than 10 years. We could fight 100 more, and for nothing. I could have ended it. I could have promised 1,000 years of peace and protection under my rule. With Khamazandu at my side, and a Niscaru host at my command, who could threaten us? No one.
What about the Niscaru host?
I am sick of the doctrines of Rathir. Power must be hidden, guide from an unseen source. Cowards. Great power must reveal itself and stretch its wings.
You're not the one who fought and killed the returned evil sorceress Empress. Let's see whether we can manage this. I'm not going to say use chaos for good, because chaos is not inherently evil or good. And I believe that it can be used for good. But let's see whether whether this works.
You cannot cast doubt in my mind. I am beyond doubt. I have felt the fire of its presence in my veins. I will rebuild. I will free it. I will deliver us from this eternal war.
No, you won't.
You understand nothing. The foolish always let such things keep them from the greater good. Peace will not come on its own. We must bend the cycle of the seasons if we desire lasting peace. There is no other way. Now die!
Ha! Knives are faster than your blade arms. Nice of Bonita to keep them busy. Very handy. Cut that out. I said cut that out. Lucky dodge. Focus him down and ignore the Niscaru. that from you, thank you. I'm glad that Niscaru don't have a ranged attack. Huh, kick him in the face. And just crush his head.
Little one, it seems I won't be stretching my limbs so soon. It is a shame that the mage proved so feeble an instrument of my will. Would that I had a better, stronger one.
Are you going to offer the chance to me? Make me your instrument. Nope. What can you do? You're trapped.
That is true. What a shame. I was nearly free after so long. But the seal is cracked, and my mind may now wander. Imagine what I could do if I had an instrument through which to act as well.
Why is this the positive, like, thumbs up, make me your instrument? Like, that should be... This is sending me mixed messages. It's also a very strange accent. Can't place it. Yeah, no, that's never going to happen. There's no way that I'm going to believe Niscaru. That seems like a wicked bad idea.
Your glory is bright, little one. But in less than a blink of my eye, your candle will flicker and fade. A whiff of smoke, then nothing. But I will be here still. I will chuckle when you die. And when I am freed, I will laugh until the seas boil and the mountains shake. I will wait, but not for long.
Yeah, you do that, and whilst you're imprisoned, I'll be out running around. Maybe I will be as a candle, brief and gone in a flash. But whilst I'm out and about, what does bowstring daggers do? Just, okay, never mind then. Whilst I'm running around, you'll be stuck in here. What does this do? Yes, I thought that was plate. Not as much armor. Not as much health. Just 4 health. Just in case. That last 4 will help. 15% stun duration, block efficiency, bleed resistance. The power of this enchanted helm is to reflect the hidden cruelty within the wearer's deeper nature. Let's see what this looks like on. Slaughterer's chakrams. Nice, those are electric. I'll have that for them and reforge them into something I want instead of something that deals damage to kobolds and mergen. Oops, no. Definitely, I was on armor, it just hadn't reselected for some reason. So this is, this looks quite chaosy. This looks like that faction that I found the sword and the hammer from, and I've got like gloves, trousers and boots from them. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to have a look when I get to one of my stashes, get all the stuff out, and I mean it doesn't say that it's from that area where all of the others have, but it suggests it with reflecting the hidden cruelty of the wearer's deeper nature.
You have made your choice. Be gone.
It's a shame I can't come and give him a bonk.
You have made your choice. Be gone.
Doesn't look cracked to me. Oh well.
Were you talking to someone? Never mind.
Hi, Gwen. I should probably let them know that Khamazandu will, like, try and talk to people. They definitely need to be aware of that and keep on top of it. Like, I shouldn't just try and play it off and downplay it and, like, not mention it at all. That seems like a bad idea.
I saw it all from over there. You were like one of the first sworn in living flesh. When you're ready, head back to the Hall of the First Sworn. Don't keep us waiting there, all right? I don't know how you forged it or what magic it contains, but I do know it worked. I saw it for myself.
Yeah, I mainly used it against the big sticks of Niscaru that were blocking my way. I didn't use it in the actual fight.
Khamazandu is restored to its prison, thanks to you.
Mostly. There are cracks, wisps of Niscaru getting out.
Dead, right over there. Aegon himself would have been impressed. Yes, to the hall. Just come, you'll see. Hall of the First Sworn. Don't delay.
Okie dokie then. How are you going to get there? Oh, maybe this is a Niscaru. Maybe this is Niscaru skeleton, not dragon. We haven't seen Niscaru with wings, but that doesn't mean they don't have them, I suppose. Crude dreadscale gloves. I'll take them and break them down, I guess. Salvage for parts. I wonder why this is still shaking. And where Grian and the archer went. Oh, he's probably in the Hall of the First One, isn't he? Aha, pile of stuff. Star Thistle, Dreadscale Gloves, Prismere Greatsword. I mean, let's take it, and I'll have a look at what it looks like. But I'm not actually going to wield it, I'm going to sell it. Wow, okay. Pointy. And apparently made of crystal, which to me says stone. Oh, and also asymmetrical, which is interesting. I mean, this is obviously asymmetrical, even if it is close. But things like this, not something you usually see in games like this. It's nice. Oh yeah, apparently this is crystal. And if it's being used as a blade in place of metal, that suggests it has some very interesting properties. So, a thing about metal, or the metals used in blades, is that it's not just really, really hard. So materials that are very, very hard can be sharpened to a very fine point. But the problem is, if it's hard and instead of flexible, it won't maintain that sharp edge for very long as it starts impacting objects in the world. Unless, I suppose, it's incredibly strongly bonded together. But there is no material known to science that is that excellently self-bonding. So sword blades and other metal blades for weapons are made to be flexible as well as hard. So like usually the core is flexible so that the whole thing can kind of warp as it strikes objects and like bends. But the edges will be very, very hard so that they can maintain an edge and be sharpened. And if an edge cracks but the core is fine, then you can fix that. If the whole thing cracks, then it's going to break, and then you'll have bits of shrapnel flying around. So what this tells me is that this stone is this crystalline matter is either capable of mimicking both flexibility and hardness, so toughness and hardness, like a metal blade would, or it's so incredibly well bonded together that you don't need to worry about having it flex to save itself from damage upon striking other hard objects. Now, quite what a Prismere blade like this would do if it met another Prismere object, I'm not sure. If they're all the same hardness, I don't know. But you'd still be able to damage someone inside of Prismere armor. Oh, right, yes, of course, jumping down here. Simply because even if they're in the best armor ever, they are not as tough and strong and resilient as their armor. So if you're inside very, very strong armor, you can still kind of get bounced around inside of it, and it will damage you. It's more difficult, but you can still percussively hurt someone. Where was the hole of the first one again? Not here. There we are, all of the first one. Okay. Just a little ways over. And we don't need to run all the way through all the kobolds, which is nice, because the door has stayed open. Oh, Gwyn's beaten us down.
Stand before the sworn. You have done great deeds. You have shined brightly as Cerwyn's blade and cleared the dust from our most glorious past. You have felled foes beyond imagining, and stayed true and sworn to war. Therefore, I proudly bestow upon you the high and treasured rank of True Sworn. With one hand, we remain sworn to war in the noble mercenary's creed. With the other, we shall keep watch and strike at every Niscaru threat.
Good up. Achievement. Unlocked Warsworn. True Sworn. By defeating Anru Besin and his Fahrlangi atop Cloudcrest Mountain, you joined the ranks of the legendary heroes of the Warsworn. +1 to might abilities. +10% chance to critical hit versus Niscaru. +10% stun, +6% stun duration. Nice. This in particular is something I'm very pleased to get, that I didn't even know was a possibility, so that's nice.
We did it. You did it, I should say. You were like another Cerwyn. I still can't believe it. One of the first sworn stands before me, and I can call her friend. You've more than earned it. I know. I was there. Did he truly wish to use Niscaru to win the war, I wonder? Or had Chaos simply twisted his mind?
I suppose we'll never know. But saying it's for the greater good is always very suspicious. If you have to use the ends to justify the means, when you're running around killing people and trying to summon demons into the world, you're a little bit over the line, I think.
A fine job of it all around. Now there's a feather for your cap, and well deserved at that.
What does being True Sworn actually mean, though? Like, what does the rank bring? Can I order people around?
It's quite old, I'm sure. Bit dusty for my taste.
Yeah. No one asked you what your taste was.
Now that was a display. We saw the fight in the end, though we were too late and too far to lend a hand.
Took me a while to realise I should focus what's-his-face down instead of dealing with his Niscaru and then coming for him.
We meet again, soldier. Congratulations. You have done remarkable things. From all I have heard, the title is well earned. Bear it proudly.
But what does being True Sworn actually mean?
Many times I have passed these ruins. In my youth, I explored them often, but I never imagined this could be here. I knew her mother well. I think that perhaps Gwyn has always been a hero, waiting for her tale to commence. You could not have found a better companion against this foe.
Who's this? I mean, I guess we'll find out.
The world is better off without such men.
Concise. To the point. Nice. Sericura. Okay.
I've come all the way from Cluricon to see this True Sworn. The tales we've heard of your deeds, of Gwyn's deeds, and it seems that the tales are true.
Wow. So he's hopped on a boat and then run all the way here, it seems.
Where there's war sworn. Our way is the soldier's life. It gets under your skin and into your blood, and there it stays.
So presumably I'll meet Sverri when we go over to Cluricon and Melsenshire.
That's a title of honor. See you keep it free of tarnish or shame. Call me a Castellan without a keep. Within the greater army is a smaller war-sworn force, and that force answers to me.
So presumably I'll be answering to him when we get to Cluricon.
That's it then. Looks old for a new-made thing. The light upon it. Swear I've never seen anything like it.
Well, you've been in here. This is somewhat like it. All this Arathi stuff.
And to think old Demon himself once walked this hall. I've known Gwyn a good many years. Made pledge shield on the same day, she and I. Always knew she had greatness in her. So he thought to end the war, did he? I wake and sleep upon the front, and I've never dreamt such a foolish dream.
And then we've got our friend... Oh no, maybe not him. Just a pair of Oathblades, who neither of whom were with us at Cloudcrest.
Is it true? You slayed a demon lord?
No. He didn't show up.
It's an honor, True Sworn.
Probably because he was too chicken shit, to be honest. Didn't feel like coming out and facing someone who has no presence in fate and therefore can do anything. Because he might have been at risk if he'd done that.
How can I help you?
Can you tell me what being a True Sworn means?
When the Crystal War truly ends, a keep will be established there in Cluricon. Most of our ranks will come back west, however. Though the old keeps will fill, somehow, I do not foresee idle hands. Something tells me Niscaru will be found, and we will fight them. 1 or 2 rare souls are awarded the rank in a lifetime. Mine was earned saving the Order from schism and disarray. But that was years ago.
Was it?
I am an old soldier. I have seen a great deal, but I am humbled to be standing here.
That's a shot we've got of this lady's rear armor.
That such a madman exists proves only that there can be others.
Indeed. Alright. That's everyone spoken to. Yeah, so all of this stuff, this is Arathi glowy shit, and to me, it looks just like, well, close enough to this circle-y glowy stuff, except this is more animated, and not quite as dense, like the lines and stuff aren't quite as dense. Hold on a minute. Did I put... No, I didn't. Okay. The chakrams are still in here. Right. Yes, I had chosen Slaughterous Chakrams, thinking I was in primary, but I wasn't. So I had 2 sets of chakrams equipped by accident because I wasn't paying attention. Alright, now off to Whitestone to sell things, I think.
Yeah.
And then we can go up to the Red Marches.
Hello. I've got what you're looking for. At least until you tell me what you want, and I have to tell you I don't really have it.
Well, great salesman, he is. Hey. Alright.
Come again.
So, that took about an hour. Maybe it could have been cut down a bit if I had talked less, but that was never going to happen. So we'll have to see whether the Red Marches takes 2 hours, or more likely it'll take longer, and we'll have to stop before we're done completely, but that's okay. Hello, chaps. Wow, I had to almost kill them. Hello, camera. What's going on? Did they come running for me and then go, oh, hold on a minute. She's a bit too much. No, thank you. Huh. Was that a friendly one? Wild.
The sands of Ulcer and rest above a vast network of Fey hollows.
Okay, local map. And then come over here and around this bend. Okie doke. Right. Something else I could have done instead of fast travelling to Whitechapel is to fast travel to Caverns of Ingress. Come up to Era Ondric over here, who sells things, and then just walk this way. Walk instead of teleporting around as I did. was that about? Oh, this one's a friend. That's nice. Doesn't seem as though I need to worry.
The
Oh,
champion
just...
Engard has yet to return. Mortal.
How many is that? It's like 1, 2, 3 people standing in...
The Circle of Engard strives to reclaim the Fey rights lost with the House of Valor.
Mortal.
Standing in exactly the same spot, just slightly out of sync. Surprised they didn't manage to finish him off.
Care in Ulcerund. The sands are unkind to mortals.
I would have thought that there probably were still a few left over after we dealt with what's his face down in the Caer Alatha. Not in the Felfire Pit. That was not the last of the places that we visited. Oh, hello. Wonder what's in there and why it isn't shown on the map. That's really weird. Master Expansive Trim. What does that do? Experience bonus. Nice. Okay, let's have it for them. The Ouroboros. Tempered Greaves. Don't really care. What does this do? Poison damage, poison resistance. The blood-red stone of this ring is carved into the shape of a serpent eating its own tail. Nice. I don't really have a use for that, but cool. Hello chaps, what's going on here? Oh, just remembered something. Map. I got linked to. Enemy max level. The tier. And what level are we? Oh no, that's not what I wanted. We are level 33. And Tyr's maximum level for Edessa is 25, along with Apotyr. And the Red Marches, where we are, maximum level for enemies is 20. So that's why we are a bit beyond the enemies we're facing. Okay. Things would have been a bit better if we'd gone Dalentarth, Detir, Erethel. I think. Levels seem to be higher overall there. But we're actually near the top end of Cluricon's area levels. And it'll be only be when we get to Alabastra, where the maximum level is 40 to 45, that we'll really be having a challenge again. So we'll be going through Detir. In fact, we're almost done, really. Other than Red Marches in Odessa, we're almost ready to move on to Cluricon, which is good to know. And also explains why everything appears to be so low level.
Ah, and the footfalls of another wayfarer grace our ears. I'm delighted. I don't suppose you're traveling through Galette, are you? If so, I would not look too hard for anyone. There is not much left to find.
And why is that?
Yes, we are pilgrims of a sort. Missionaries might be a more appropriate label. We serve our God and follow his will.
Which god do you follow?
It was quite a miracle. A number of my order, all drawn by common faith, came to the village, and we showed them salvation.
By destroying the village?
There was fire, and blood, and screaming. Yes, much screaming. But all for the glory of the great Bailin. Praise be to him.
Bailin is god of death or of destructive fire, I think.
We liberated them, man and woman, Alfar and human. We have delivered them to Bailin, to his paradise. In exchange, our coven will welcome the slumbering Titan, Bailin's beloved servitor, into these lands. But would he not? For right now, we will show you paradise.
Unlikely. So there's some kind of Titan that the cultists of Bailin are... Bailin? It's not spelled Bailin. Yeah, death, okay. It's spelled Bailin. So there's some kind of construct that they're trying to raise. I'm sure I don't look suspicious running in after the place has been destroyed and then destroying loads of barrels violently. Is all of the gear that drops here going to be capped at level 20? Do you suppose? Seems like it. I think that's boiled leather. No, it might be studded, but we're a bit beyond that. Ooh, a bedroll. If only the day-night cycle had any kind of significance.
You're the one Colm found slaying the Testament? I'm impressed.
What?
Well, I'm not here for the Testament. I'm here for gold. And I've got work for two. Care to make some riches? I served as a hireling in the Warsworn once. But as my friends made rank, I was passed over too many times. And so I left. I live by my own oaths now.
I wonder why. The Warsworn seem fairly egalitarian. And they only punish people or don't promote them, in your case, if there's some kind of fault, I think.
I'd been through here a few years back, on my Warsworn training. It was as nice a place as you'd like to find in Detir, but there was always something sinister about those ruins in the canyon's end. I suppose we know why now. I was a Warsworn hireling once. Was passed over for promotion one too many times. On my last job, I found a map to a treasure beneath Galette. A friend, Tears, and I gathered a crew to claim it. We found the town in ruins, but were undeterred. We would get what we came for. Then Tears slipped something into my drink, and the crew left without me. Now I want to beat them to the treasure, and I could use your support. They wanted to cut me out. That's the only reason I can think of. I'll show those bastards.
It's not because you're a bit useless and slow. That's not fair. I mean, he's the one who knows about the treasure and presumably has at least a memory of the map, if not the map itself. So without him, I wouldn't actually even be able to get the treasure, so...
Good. We split the map among the crew, but I know the treasure lies in Galette Caverns. Now, let's move.
I guess we'll meet him there.
There were 4 in the crew, including myself. My good friend Tears had the idea. He found the map as well. The other 2 were a pair of mercenaries, an Almain named Alsers and a Varane named Bertzer. They seemed trustworthy enough. It's in a cave near the ruins of the town, the Galette Tunnels. I'll meet you inside.
So we were supposed to have met someone else called Colm whilst fighting the Testament. Bailin's Testament. Yeah, there we go. So presumably we were supposed to have come in through here, I guess. But then if you'd come in through the She into Alzerund and then up to the Red Marches, surely you'd be coming in through the same way as we are now. And yet... You know what? Never mind. The game was designed as though we were coming in from one direction, even though we could entirely reasonably have come in from another direction, and it hasn't taken that into consideration, it doesn't seem, which is kind of disappointing.
The demons defile the land. The burnt skin of the world glows red with suffering. It is the deep gloam, and a pallor of death settles on the people of Amalur. Fires rage across the wastes. The only sound is whispered laughter. As the embers cool and a wind blows across the desert, life once more erupts from the husk of the earth. And the struggle begins.
Chest back here, very nice. Hello. Let's take all of that, I think. Wonder what's around here. Ooh, a chest back there. Hello. Ooh, Blade of the Pariah. Hello. Interesting. Kind of a stubby, heavy-looking slashing weapon. Maybe broken? Seems like it could have been broken off here. Maybe it was a greatsword that's been reshaped and had these sort of orky-looking spiked plates bolted onto it. What's the story here? The Blade of the Pariah. Extra health and mana, damage versus Niscaru. Interesting, damage versus Niscaru. Forged to challenge the fabled Niscaru, buried with its sparer, Losselfar conqueror Dene Elan in the early Arcane Age. So we've actually got a bunch of stuff in our inventory now. I think I want to go back to probably Canrock to find a stash to stick everything in. Because it's kind of taking up space. Hello.
So, you made it to our camp. After seeing how you handled yourself against the Testament, I was hoping you might. Those of us in camp trust each other, but aid is not as forthcoming. I will be blunt. The Testament has taken something from me, and I want to recover it, intact. But I cannot do it alone.
So we were definitely supposed by the game to have come in from the north, not the south, which is disappointing, but oh well. We're obviously supposed to have met Colm before.
I was born in Rathir and trained in the arts of magic at a young age. But when my brother Giran demonstrated greater ability than I, it was he who became my parents' focus. I was left to learn on my own.
That sucks.
He is my twin brother. We spent our childhood together. Because of his command of magic, he was selected to join the Scholia Arcana. After that, he surrounded himself in studies. He changed. All this talk of magic and control.
I wonder whether we could find him if we went to the Scholia Arcana. Or maybe Giran will be featuring in the stories of the Red Marches, perhaps.
The mercenary. He has seen combat, I am certain, but for his kind, justice is always for sale. There is a bedroll over there if you need to rest up. It's not the best, but it's what I can offer you here.
Yeah, fair enough.
The marches are a main avenue from Erethel into Datir, but many choose not to walk the road in these dark times. My brother Giran, they did not take him per se, so much as seduce him.
Fair enough.
He was a promising adept of the Scholia Arcana, and then one day he vanished. When I heard of the Testament's involvement, I feared the worst. I managed to track him here to Galette. Then I discovered just how large the presence of the Testament was in these marches.
It's basically the only place that they have a presence, but cool. And yes, I suspected that Giran would be featuring in the story here. Perhaps I should just march up to him and say, "Oi, listen. The Archmage of the Scholia Arcana wants you back. As in, me. I'm telling you to come back right now."
He would not have. Giran, he was always alone, always with his studies. He was wise, so very wise. There is no chance that he joined the cult willingly. They must have coerced him. Then again, his last letters to me were... No, nothing. Never mind.
His last letters to you were what? That would probably be useful to know.
Excellent. I have resources at my disposal for a reward if we are successful. I have reason to believe that he is hiding in the ruins that run beneath the marches, this Tomb of Feragnos. I will meet you there. Hopefully, this cult has not sunk its claws too deeply into Giran's mind. The Tomb of Feragnos is an underground ruin beneath the canyon. It might lead us to him. I fear the Testament's presence will be strong in there. They seem drawn to the tomb. It is a large and ancient Irathi ruin, somehow connected to the complex at the end of the canyon. Legends say it winds and twists beneath the marches like a labyrinth. Many who entered never returned.
Interesting. I wonder whether if we come up north to this entranceway and walk around there, whether we'll meet him, Colm, and have the encounter that we were supposed to have before we got to the ruins of that town. Or, well, village, really. But it's a bit difficult to judge the size of settlements in the open world here. Well, anywhere really. I mean, Rathir is supposed to be a massive, almost a metropolis, but it barely has any presence in the game because I guess they were limited. Couldn't put too much in. Another Altar of Bailin. That's interesting. I mean, if this place is a place where his cult is very strong, it's not really a surprise that there's lots of altars to Bailin. Ooh. Otherwise. Oh, no. We were supposed to have come in probably from this way, I guess. And in so doing, come down here during a Bailin, a Testament attack, I guess. The Colm comes and helps fend off. Unless they were both watching when we faced the Testament over here, and maybe Colm was supposed to have come and help. Come to help. I don't know. Or maybe they just both stood there and watched, because it seems like the place only contains the two of them. If this isn't an ambush, I don't know what is. That's a shame. What a way to go. Apparently it isn't an ambush. That's a surprise. Bodies with loot left on them, out in the open like this, tend to be ambushes. They tend to be like the bait to draw you in, but this seems to just be a ritual killing, I guess. Right, I said that I wanted to go to Canarok to drop off some objects, didn't I? So let's do that before we run too far and explore away from a place that we can fast travel to. I can place that now. Helm of the Hideous Visage. Oh yeah, put them in. If I've got 2 pairs of Dreadscale gloves, do I really need another? I don't think so. So, we've got Helm of the Hideous Visage. Heart of Ember? No, that's not it. Corthian. There we go. Corthian Mallet. And there was Ferox, which is another Corthian object. I think that's all the Corthian weapons, but there should also be... Corthian boots and gloves and legs. So I don't think that's it. Gauntlets of Ireland. No. I don't think it's Burning Grasp. Is it Earth Crushers? No, that's they're Jotun. Okay. Kentigan stuff. Oh, there we go. Corthian Greaves, Corthian Gauntlets. Oh, maybe the hat isn't Corthian then, given that it's the Corthian Armor set is legendary, or well, yellow gold rather than purple. What would that be? So, is this legendary and then this mythic? I don't know what the order of Corthian Cuirass. There we go. Another Corthian piece. Surprised they weren't together. So apparently not legs, but chest. Okay. Corthian. There we go. Pretty chaosy. Not quite big enough shoulders or spikes for Warhammer Chaos. Alright. No, that's not quite the right colours, is it? These look like sort of rusted, tarnished steel, but this is definitely black and as the main colour, whereas this is a sort of tarnished, rusty tan as the main colour, and then sort of silver, dark silver as the trim, whereas this is black as the main colour and sort of a tarnished tan as the trim colour. And then weapons. We've got Ferox, which is it's a Corthian weapon, but to me that just says Nurgle. That screams Nurgle. And then this Corthian mallet says Khorne, or perhaps Chaos Undivided. These are Chaos colours. Black with gold trim and big spikes. Almost a Corthian set. I mean, the helmet isn't right, but... Oops. Okay, Silver Knight Helm, generating Dread Scale. Oh right, I was gonna unslot those gems, wasn't I? So, no. Trollhide. Silver Knight Greaves, there we go. And then we can put these items back in. Might as well put this in because we haven't done anything with it yet. That can wait in there. And we might as well put these objects in as well, since we're not actually going to... I'm not actually going to use them whilst I'm online. On stream. I'm going to break them down later. Off stream and craft, so that you're not just sitting here watching me craft stuff. It's not that interesting. Don't know why healing is such a strain that requires grunting like that. Oh yeah, I had consumables, master regen potion, map to radial, because this is greater but not master. There we go. And then back to where we were. Up here. Now this is interesting. wonder what the purpose of this is. Tomb of Feragnos. So we might actually get down there. Oh no, that's a Tomb of Feragnos entrance as well. Okay. Collect tunnels. There's a lot of entrances to the Tomb of Feragnos. That's interesting. Oh, there's some Testament chaps over there who are not happy to see us. Hello. Reconsider. Whilst you still have a life. Dies, isn't he? Oh, he's got quite a lot of health relative to the others. And it turns out he wasn't going to go over the edge. That was a surprise. He's just got wedged against the wooden boards. Idiot. It's a shame they were impatient and couldn't wait for me to approach. They had to run towards me and get broken up, so they were not facing me as efficiently as they could have. How's it going, chaps? It feels like being stabbed. They haven't noticed. This guy hasn't noticed. The eye was almost full. It was just turning red, but I still managed... Like, he had someone die right next to him and fall in front of him, like brushing against his legs, and didn't notice. Or, well, didn't feel like it was worth his attention. Hilarious. I wonder why they were waiting here. I wonder why the road ends there. Like, this is quite a wide... I mean, it's not a main road, but it's not one of these tiny paths either. So, like, it's a middle middle-level road that just goes here and stops.
They formed as beams of light amidst darkness. We saw it. The eternal clash between the structures of order and shadows of chaos. Slowly, despite their struggles, the war gave way to the grass and the sway of trees in the breeze. The land was cursed by the plague brought on by the Niscaru, but life gives way to death, as death will birth new life.
That's a Niscaru summoning circle. We saw it in Cloudcrest. In fact, that's probably almost exactly the same. In fact, I think it's probably the same physical model that they had on the wall, which was the seal that Khamazandu, something like that, was held behind. So why would there be an exit from the Tomb of, what's it called, Feragnos, but down there, and then nothing on the other side? I wonder whether you can actually leave through that door when you're in the Tomb of Feragnos, and just leave to a section of path that doesn't lead anywhere. I mean, you could kind of do that in Haxi, in the Split Rock Depths. You could go into the Split Rock and come out on a ledge along a river. How's it going? If you like dying, nothing to steal. That's a shame. Okay, yeah, we can get down here. Hey, welcome, Nomad. I'm just making my way through the last of the Detir zones, and I've discovered why everything seems to be such low level compared to me here, and that's because the maximum level allowable for this zone, the Red Marches in Detir, is 20, and I'm level 32. Damn, that guy took down from behind like a natural. I almost didn't realise I could, and just ran up to him. I'd kind of forgotten that I could stealth. Yes, I actually paid attention to the maps that you sent me and realised why. Thank you. So, if I wanted stuff to be a challenge, to be around my level, I'd need to go to Cluricon. These areas, well, they top out at 30, some of them, but they'd be closer to my level. And then Alabastra tops out at 40 until you get to Bail, which is 45, and I don't think player characters can get to 45. I think we're capped at 40. So Bail will always definitely be a challenge. So yeah, finishing off the Red Marches and then going to Odessa is all I've got left to do on this side. And then I can go to Cluricon, and hopefully I won't have leveled too far beyond Cluricon's stuff. Alabastra ought to be the end game grind zone meta. I mean, yeah, it should be, I think. Assuming you want to grind, although I don't really see a point in grinding end game. Like this, you can continue to play the game after you've completed the story, but nothing. It's not like it's not like an MMO where there is end game content that you would do. Once you've reached max level. That exit up there must be on a ledge. I think you can kind of see that there's a ledge. Or it may be below us. No, I don't think so. It'll be up there. I think there's a... You can just about see a ledge up there. Yeah. I did it for sets on the 360. Oh, fair enough. I'm not that much of a completionist, to be honest. I just like to explore, and I mean, it'd be nice if I got all the pieces of every gear set, but I'm not gonna like go out of my way to acquire all of them, and I'm certainly not going to bother doing it on stream. I don't think I can sneak up on these guys. They're well, they're, first of all, they're aware of me, but also they were facing one another, so I wouldn't have been able to get behind them without the others noticing, so not really that big of a deal. That's Mergen down there. Because there are 51 sets, including those from DLC, so I had a thing for some of them. Oh, fair enough. I mean, I'm not saying anything against it. You play the game how you want to play it, but I don't think that I'll be bothering to do that. And particularly, as I said, not on stream, because I don't think that... I mean, maybe other people doing completionist runs on Twitch is a thing. Maybe that's entertaining for some people, but it wouldn't entertain me, and so I don't want to try and create content that I wouldn't be entertained by. Ooh, Savage Feyblades. I don't care. Silver Knight, I'm beyond them. Here is presumably the entrance to Feragnos' tomb. I mean, there's lots of entrances to Feragnos' tomb, but apparently this is the explored one. I understand farming isn't for streaming. It can be shown as an indication. Yeah, I guess. Like you'd show it as a montage, I think, to indicate, you know. Once again, why does a fish lizard have tits? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, hello. She's very eager to get her mouth on me. Ooh. That's a bit weird. Bit of a weird name. Bolter Sledge. That looks like a that looks like the head of a Yotenhammer. Is this a Yotenhammer? An ancient heirloom of the Fortenmar Jotun, brought here by an Almain hero, Hammer Helm, in the early days of the Crystal War. 101 physical damage, experience bonus, stun duration. Yeah, that's well, it's a smaller version of a Yotenhammer. Nice. I mean, I don't like using heavy weapons, so I'm not actually gonna go with it, but good that we've got it. Yeah, after a while doing the same thing again and again in a stream, what you said is understandable. Did I try the WoW SPP? Yes, I did. I've got it working. I've worked out how to get mods, add-ons working as well. Like I've tracked down Legion versions of apps, add-ons I mean, so that they'll actually work. And I even found a... Because I'm a bit of a weirdo when it comes to gear and like building my character and choosing talents. Even when I'm leveling, I still want to choose talents that I will be using when I get to max level, so that I'm used to using them. Oh, hello. Niscaru. So what I ended up needing to do was use the Internet Wayback Machine to find Icy Veins Legion guides from 4 years ago. Well, 3 years ago. To follow talent builds. I'm using Legion. I'm not using. Do you make myself a GM account? I did, so that I could use the cheats and the GM commands, because. Yeah, definitely. I've wondered about using Classic or Burning Crusade or Lich King. I probably would go for Lich King, Wrath, but I haven't done that because my interest in the game is basically to relive Legion, not to try out other versions of the game. So I did play during Burning Crusade, but that was when it was live, so it was fucking ages ago, and so to solo everything in Legion. How big is Legion, including server in gigabytes? I'm not sure. Legion was like 7 gigs, nearly 8, and then the SPP repack to run it was like 5 gig, so less than 20 gigs, I think. I mean, I'd have to have a look at the file, the folder that everything is contained in, but it's not huge. It's definitely not that big. Because I think I saw 40 gig full repack. Could be. I mean, I don't know. The thing is, I started out needing to use. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
That's annoying. So I couldn't get any of the downloads to work from the Legion, the Legion SPP thing. So the Ashermain ones that kept getting listed and linked on the Discord. So I needed to use WoW Mortal, and maybe their repack is different. Wow, how did they kill this guy and leave fresh blood here, but a skeleton? Did they just strip all of the soft tissues off the bones somehow? Wild. This is another of the places in the game that feels like it should be a door. Like maybe they were going to include content here that they never got around to. Yeah, I know you don't know because I saw that, but I saw... But I don't know if what I saw was right. Like Predator. Yeah, just strip all the soft tissues off the bone. Entirely consumed. Or, well, gone. Yeah, so I was struggling to get the downloads for Ashermain, the Ashermain version of the repack. And if you're looking at that version and seeing that it's 40 gigs, then I guess that's a difference between get to the chopper. Yeah. You know, I've not actually seen Predator. It's not really my type of film, to be honest. But I know the quotes from it. Yes. So I'm using a different repack, and I started using the server set from WoW Mortal as well. And then I got a working version from the Legion SPP Discord server, so I think probably the Ashermain version. So I'm using that now. But yeah, I've been working at trying to get it running and trying to work out which things that aren't working in the game are due to bugs and which things that they already know about. Wow, surprised that they know I'm here. Seems like imp pet AI for warlocks in the Ashermain version is a known issue. The character I really wanted to play, and I am playing as, is a Warlock. I played demo Warlock during Legion when it was actually live, and really enjoyed it, so that's what I've created as the main one I'm playing as. But it was disappointing to find that the imp... Oh. Inventory is full, okay. Disappointing to find that the imp was not really working very well. That was the main one, because I know there is an SPP which is said to be 99% okay, which, to be honest, is a lot for Legion. I'm just using the version of the WoW install that I can download, can access, which is the one from WoW Mortal. I haven't been able to get any of the like game install files from the Discord to actually like finish downloading. They get part of the way through and then the download fails. So
Hi.
If the Legion SPP Discord one works, that's great to hear and lovely, but...
Come to see what I've got? It's probably the same stuff as last time, but I stand by it.
But I can't actually access that, so I'm having to play with what I've got.
See you soon.
Cool. Now we've got some space. Huh. None of these places are discovered. Oh no. Gullet tunnels. Let's go there. That was where we just were. And then here's a face stone.
There was one. It would stare from the darkness and smile. It waited there with minions by its side. It was a demon thing, basking in eternal chaos, roaring beside the cries of its victims. The ones who came before faced and vanquished it. They saved the children of dust from a writhing torment.
I always forget how far people with spears can lunge. The main problem that I had was with the imp pet, and since my character is leveled beyond imps and can summon something else, the AI is working, and I'm not worried. It's not that big of a deal. But when I tried... Which way are these guys facing? Oh, they're all facing different ways. And then Ascaro, which are difficult to sneak up on anyway. When I tried a bunch of the different links from the Discord, none of them worked. People posted links to a bunch of different places. Like, I must have tried like 5 or 6 different downloads, and none of them would complete. But oh well. So I am wondering about playing Wrath, because that would probably be oh, hello. Dodged that by accident. Nice. Because I would like to have a go at a version of WoW that still has like the branching talent tree, so you can choose talents from different specs. And oh, this is a jump down point. Okay. And class quests where you would need to go to different places and all over the map and collect items for class special gear objects, and like during a time when crafting was more useful than it is now, and when the game was closer to its roots, I guess, but far enough along that I mean I don't really want to play Kata because
we're here. Something is wrong. Let's clear out these kobolds first.
Sure. I don't really want to play Kata because that's when the game world like gets changed. Both Kalimdor and the Eastern Kingdoms get carved up by Deathwing. Then report it. There might have been an issue. Seems odd, but to be honest, never tried Legion because I thought it was massive. Well, fair enough. Legion is basically when I played the most. And I have reported the problems I've had with pets and with other stuff, and it seems like all the problems that I've reported are known, so it will just be a matter of waiting for the people who do dev work on the project to have the time to get around to it, which I can't possibly be annoyed at.
Dark place, that. I heard about it during my time in the Warsworn. It's meant to keep that thing in. Would avoid it if I could.
So there's something in Feragnos. Perhaps it is Feragnos itself that is entombed. Like, well, I mean, obviously, Tomb of Feragnos suggests that someone called Feragnos is buried there. But maybe this thing that he's talking about, that thing, is a construct. Is the construct that the Bailin Testament people that we met when we entered Red Marches spoke of. And so it's less of a... If it's a construct, if Feragnos is a construct, like a huge golem or something, rather than a person, then it would be less of a tomb, I would say. But yeah, so no, I'll finish this conversation with Creed.
The Alpha? He seems wormy. Decent enough, though. And can't deny that magic's useful to have in a fight against these bastards. It's in these tunnels, but something happened here. It looks like we've got to deal with these kobolds before anything else.
So, yeah, I'm mainly playing... Well, I am at the moment only playing the single-player project of Legion, because that was mainly what I played. It's what I enjoyed and I'm most familiar with. I did play some of Battle for Azeroth, and I didn't really like it. I didn't like the changes that had been made to the classes, and it didn't engage me enough to even finish the going through the zones of the main island. Like, I didn't even get to the war campaign. What was the island called? Minas Tirith? No, that's entirely wrong. Kultiras. I never even finished all of the zones of Kultiras. I mean, I liked the design aspects of them, but I didn't like the story didn't pull me in enough, and I didn't like playing the classes. So yeah, I'm just going to stick with playing Legion, and once I've gotten every character to max level that I want, I might try playing single player Wrath of the Lich King, probably, because that would be like before the changes of Kata, but whilst it's still attached to its roots of like kind of flexible gameplay, and still needing to know crafting and cooking and like all the professions and stuff, and but your character would be higher level enough to be able to manage soloing perhaps some BC content and probably some of the sort of low to mid level classic content. This lever seems locked in place. A small knob is situated at the base, which can be pointed in one of 4 cardinal directions. That's weird. Oh, have I just left what's his face fighting against kobolds? Whoops. Don't go running off on your own, silly bugger. Right up through the chin. Dead. Oh, I can't stab him because he's square. That's annoying. Stop going off on your own, you knobhead. Yeah, that's another of the dead party members, I think. Just how many people have died in here recently?
Taken care of, but something strange. All these bodies. I don't think the kobolds killed these people. Tyrs was former warsworn like me. A rabble of beasts would be no trouble for him. And these other bodies look like they've seen action. They must be of the Testament, which means they encountered Tyrs, and they fought it out. We better see if Tyrs made it out alive. I don't know for sure.
Cool, thanks. Dead useful, that. Really informative. Worth including in the game. So, looks like this person suffered a mortal wound and then dragged themselves off. Is that it? Is he leaving now? These guys are, well, he's equipped in, I think that's steel plate and a Silver Knight longsword, which is a bit of a weird combination. You'd think he'd at least be on azurite, but no.
It's locked tight. We'll have to find the bodies of Alces and Bertza to unlock it. We better start looking. If you see a body that looks like one of my crew, give me a shout and I'll come over.
I have no idea what that looks like. You're the one that knows what they look like.
Can't believe they're actually dead. It looks like they made a stand against the Testament. I don't know. We'll just have to search them. If you see a body that you think might have belonged to my group, point it out and I'll try to identify it.
Okay, why don't you go through the bodies and identify them?
This isn't ulcers, Bertza, or tears. Another one of those Testament bastards, by all counts.
Okay, so not them. How about this?
Another member of the Testament. Looks like they've reached their coveted paradise. This is a stranger's face. They weren't a part of my crew.
Okay. Why are you wandering towards the exit, you weirdo? Don't leave! Where are you going? Oh, he's coming back. Good.
This isn't ulcers, Bertza, or tears. Another one of those Testament bastards, by all counts.
Okay. How about this?
This isn't ulcers, Bertza.
Okay. I wonder whether he despawns if he reaches the exit. So this probably isn't one of the people we're after.
Bertza.
Oh,
She was
okay.
just a mercenary looking for easy gold. Didn't know the job would end like this. But here's our combination anyway.
They look dead. Another member of the Testicle. Yep. Who's this? Wow,
Another member of the Testament. Looks like
they've got Prismere Longsword. Weird. And what's the armor? Are they in some kind of chainmail suit? Oh no, these will be Testament. There's probably no point in asking him to identify these.
I don't know them. Probably one of those damn Testament fools.
Yeah. So these guys are Testament. I haven't checked
I don't know
this.
them.
No.
Probably one of those damn Testament fools.
Yeah, in close range, as you can run easily. Start dialogue. Annoyed the shit out of me yesterday. Who's this? This doesn't look like a Testament chap.
This is a stranger's face. They
Oh,
weren't a part
okay.
of my crew.
How about this? They're not dressed like the other members.
Another member of the Testament. Looks like they've reached their coveted paradise.
It'd be nice if they were somewhat consistent in the way that they were dressed. Oh, he's got Prismere daggers. Wow.
This isn't ulcers, Bertza, or tears. Another one of those Testament bastards, by all counts.
How about this?
Another member of the Testament.
Testament, okay. And this?
It's ulcers. I didn't know him well, but he didn't deserve to die like this. Looks like he has his part of the combination still.
Cool, good to know. Wouldn't it be a shoddy twist if it turned out that the guy we're working with was on the side of the Testament and was trying to get our help to finish the combination? Oh no, hold on, that wouldn't make any sense. If he'd been part of the Testament and killed the people here, including his crew. Oh right, we only needed 3, didn't we? Because we got the 4th from him. Then he wouldn't have needed to leave, and he'd have collected the pieces of the puzzle before we met. So
Let's get that door open. If Tears is on the other side, then we have to make sure he's all right. We have all the parts of the combination. Alsa's was south-west-west, Bertz's was southeast-north, and mine was northeast. If we put those parts in the right order, it should open the door.
I hope the game won't ask us to do any kind of stupid mini-game. Enter the sequence. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. Where we have to remember the sequence he just told us. That would have been a bit much. And this guy died in here. Looks like. Alright.
It's Tears. We're already too late. I don't know. Tears never ran from a fight in his life. It's almost like he locked himself in here on purpose.
Niscaru.
Why? If he knew he was dead, why go through the trouble of hiding in here? Unless to keep the Testament from getting the treasure.
Well, could be.
Wait, did you hear that? The Testament's come.
And they're about to leave again. Violent way. How's it going, chaps? Ouch.
And it's settled. My crew got the door open, the Testament came in, tried to take the ring, and ushered everyone into paradise. Damn fools. We only came here for the money. It's all we wanted. Yet Tears kept the ring from them. He thought it was more important than his life. Why? The Testament's done enough. I'll make sure they never repeat what they did here. Take the ring. I no longer want it. I'll see you at camp.
That ring was Ring of Feragnos, which means we'll need it for the Tomb of Feragnos. And seems like he doesn't want the treasure either, or he's taken his share, I guess. Let's just press me that open. Oh, he's reached the threshold and disappeared. Let's cheat and fast travel to Galette, shall we? I don't think that the icons on the map match up, well, not very well, with the locations in the actual physical world. Like, why is the Tomb of Feragnos entrance so much further north and east? Like, it kind of is slightly north, but mostly it's east. And that's the Galette Tunnels is also not nearly that far north. It's mostly east. Why would you put all of the things this close together? Particularly when there are other locations for Tomb of Feragnos. I wonder how you get to that. Oh well. So, Eath Dunbert. Where are they? Are they out here? Or are they... Yes, here we are. Okay. There's another person, a third person in Galette.
Yes. So you're the Dreg Colm found gutting the Testament. Good for him, I say. Looks like you can do some damage. Name's Aeth. Black Aeth to some. If you're half as skilled as Colm says, then I'd like to make an arrangement with you.
I'm more than twice as skilled as Colm says. In fact, I'm True Sworn of the Warsworn, Archmage of the Scholia Arcana of Rathir, and Champion of the House of Valor, and also Sir Sagral of the House of Ballads, so far. Yeah. You should be amazed at meeting me by this point. Like, I am a remarkable person. Without any boasting, my character is a remarkable being by this stage.
I'm not much on history, but from what I've seen, that ruin sprawls under the whole canyon. If you see a place you can't get to over land, odds are the tomb will get you to it.
Oh, you can leave the tomb into inaccessible areas of the main world and then re-enter. Okay, cool.
It was a nice place to be once, before the Testament decided to move in. A cowardly man. A few battles don't make a warrior. He may find something to fight for, then again, he might not.
Fair enough.
8th Dunbert is dead. She was killed 2 years ago when the Testament burned her farm to nothing. I'm now the fury and vengeance of all the Testament's victims, and I have come to collect.
And the makeup is an element of that, is it? You really needed black lipstick with black stuff running down your chin to convey your taking up the mantle of vengeance, did you?
He's quiet. Probably knows all his letters by the looks of him. More at home in a library than these ruins. He's earnest enough, but who knows whether he can hold his own in a fight.
Yes, knowing how to read makes you unreliable in a fight. Definitely.
The Testament has swept through the Feylands like wildfire. A few years back, they came to my farm, salted the earth, left not a stone standing. They tore my husband to pieces in front of me. Their mistake was to let me live. I have a chance to make them suffer, and my plan takes 2.
So she doesn't seem to be that beyond it by the sounds of things. Which is understandable. I mean, you've no obligation to move on from a loss after 2 years. People process grief in different ways.
I don't rightly know, Dreg. Why don't you go ask them?
Stop calling me a dreg.
The Testament, they believe death to be salvation for all. But though they killed my family, they let me live. The bastards thought I would join their cult. Good, but we're not just going to hunt them down. We'll poison a few, and then dump the bodies into the Testament's water supply. When those bastards start choking on their own water, they'll regret letting me live. Their water flows from a cistern nearby. We'll need to go through the Tomb of Feragnos to reach it. I'll meet you in the ruins.
That's a really nasty way to go. You're vicious.
I want to poison a few of these Testament bastards and dump their bodies into the cistern. That'll corrupt the cult's water supply. When their insides start to burn, when they see the corpses of their brethren tainting the water, I want them to remember the life they took from me.
I mean, they probably won't, but it's a good way of dealing with them, so long as nobody else comes along and tries to drink the water. Also, you don't need to poison them before you put the bodies in the water. You can just kill them and then put the bodies in the water. The rot will do the work, the rest of the work. Like, you don't need to include poison. Just putting dead things, or even just defecating into the cistern would be enough to give them... well, I mean, defecating in would probably just give them dysentery, which admittedly does kill a lot of people, but isn't necessarily going to kill. So, on the other hand, if you did give them dysentery, it would make them much, much easier to kill when you found them, and also make them much, much less mobile. So, I mean, you know, it would be a viable strategy, I think. I don't think that you need to go for putting dead bodies in that you have poisoned. You could walk that back even before the putting dead bodies thing in. You could walk it back to just putting human feces in.
We need to get to the Testament Cistern. It's their only water supply in the marches. Once we find it, we'll poison it. But I want to poison it with the bodies of their dead. We poison any Testament we see and knock their bodies into the cistern.
Right. Okay. Which means we need to come over here, I think. I think this is the cistern. But I think we need to enter the Tomb of Feragnos to do any of the rest of this stuff. So I guess let's do that. So where's the entrance to the Tomb of Feragnos? Or where's the nearest one I can access? Is it down here? Yeah, I think it's this. The Galette tunnels is further down, isn't it? Whole place is a bit of a maze. Oh, right. Yes, I've got traps marked on my minimap. Haven't I? Thanks to the level of detect hidden I've got. Alright, these are dropping rat meat, aren't they? Do I need to speak to her before she'll come any further in?
Okay, now that we're in the tomb, we have to make our way to the cistern.
Okay. A little bit awkward that I need to do both at the same time. I don't think the game is really intending for me to do that concurrently, but oh well, it doesn't look like he's going any further ahead without me, which is good. Guess it means that he doesn't run the risk of accidentally dying. Which would be awkward. So where does this lead? Ah, the ledge.
Do you not see? Do you not see? The hells have come for you and I. Do not sleep. Do not run. Bury yourself. Dig into the earth. Cover yourself with dirt. Cover yourself. Dig beneath the worms, beneath the sand, or the fires consume you. They call the demon back to wreak the havoc of ancient doom. It comes! Dig!
So that guy had a real bad time. Kind of surprised that we entered here and then went this way and ended up here. Basically, we entered here and then went this way. I mean, I guess there was probably like a lengthy single tunnel that we just skipped for convenience sake, I assume. How's it going, chaps? That's a mine. Here is a pile of gold. Nice. Seems like he's still where we left him, so that's good.
Never quite knew much about this Feragnose or why it was tuned here, but if the Testament want it, it can't be good.
Guess this is where we need to go. And she has just phased through the wall. Huh. There was more of them. Keep spawning in to die. I'm sure this would be a much more impressive fight if you were doing this at the correct level. How did they get up there? Is that it done then? That was a lot of dudes to kill, to get through. Oops, damn it. Right. Oh, there we go. Just a sea of bodies.
Then it's finished. In a few hours, those bastards will know what we did here. That's it then. 2 years of planning, of tracking, finished. I didn't know what would happen, but I don't feel anything. I've killed how many of the Testament, and I feel nothing at all.
Yeah, revenge is that way.
You're right. I didn't murder them so that they could find salvation. I only wanted justice. I didn't know what the Testament was up to when I first came, but I found these on one of the ones I killed. I don't know much about this Niscaru Feragnos, but the Testament is interested in him. From now on, I'll keep 2 eyes on their doings.
So Feragnus is an Ascaro. That's good to know. Where's she going? You can't get out here. We got a Psalm of Feragnos. A psalm carried by a member of Bailin's Testament in the Red Marches. It seems to refer to an ancient slumbering Niscaru, Feragnos. Feragnos, bringer of flame, dealer of woes, servant of Bailin, bring death to his foes. Feragnos. I don't know that Bailin and the Niscaru are related, are they? Hero of the ancient prose, foretold is the day when you arose. Such death and chaos you'll compose, and plunge all into death's great throes. The dark apostle Bailin chose, your slumbering draws to a close. It's very awkward rhyming. Whoever it was that wrote that, I don't think that your talents lie in poetry. Is she just gonna disappear, or is she gonna hang out here?
Looks like we've got more on our plate. The Testament is still going through with whatever plan they've got.
Now, will you show up back at Galen, or are you going to remain here forever? Can I disable that? Let's see where this takes us. Ah, okay. An overview of almost the entire region. Huh. We came out of a pipe. Hard. No, I think I'll leave that. I don't like my chances against a hard... Huh, does this reset then? Or is it just that it was resetting because I didn't disable it? Aha! Key of Tomb of Feragnos. Right, let's go this way first, I think.
Bailin will be pleased.
Did one of them walk over one of the mines? That was a bit stupid, wasn't it? Just old Arathi stuff. Oh, this is a big room. We're quite close up to one of their like living pillars, I guess, and quite a big skeleton. It's just frozen in the rock. Ooh, hello, Captain's boots. What are you? Finesse? Ooh, they're fancy. Bright colours. Finesse 10 though. They're not actually very good. +1 to stealth, extra health, extra mana, +2 to finesse abilities once you get all the pieces. Captain Gideon Calaris fell defending his small Dalantarth garrison from attacking Tuatha. The captain's spirit and courage survives in his armor. You know, it's a remarkable coincidence that everyone that these items belonged to is exactly the same like physical dimensions as my character, and so all of the gear fits perfectly. Like, I guess in some cases you could say that the gear is like they go off to a someone who can resize armor, or if they've got the skills themselves, they could do it with the forge equipment. But like, not in an instance like this where you pick up a piece of gear that you find in a dungeon that hasn't been touched for decades, centuries, millennia. Hello. Are these Niscaru chaps? They are, okay. I am running out of space. Dang it, their reach is remarkable. What's an Amulet of Shelter? Elemental resistance, okay.
Feragnus, come to us! As I free my blood, we free you from your prison. Taste of this and drink, and tear apart your chains. We call you, O Feragnos. We summon you. We invoke your presence. We break the prison bones! We break the walls!
Was that him killing himself violently? What an unpleasant experience. How did Garen get there? Isn't he inside the Tomb of Feragnos? I think I need to fast travel and then come back in from the start again, because my inventory is almost full. And from there, which is only accessible by the via the Tomb of Feragnos, I out.
Hey there. Come to see what I've got? It's probably the same stuff as last time, but I stand by it. Come again.
That's Eith Dunbut. Oh, okay. So she's returned. Wonder where what's his face has gone. The guy that we went into Galette Tunnels with. Hroth? Something like that? Okay, we hadn't fully explored all of these, had we? We came down to here, and that's where we left. So we need to come along here before we head along these, I think. Oh, I almost ran over that. It seems like the ones that I don't disable respawn whenever the place gets refreshed. So that one got set off by a dude running around the corner, and then there was another one or two in there that got set off that are still visible on the minimap that I'm not going to bother going and getting. Okay, yeah, so that would have reset if I hadn't. Or, well, still. That's going to reset. Got a bit too close to that. Ah, I don't have the key for this. I'm going to have to follow Colm. Oops. That's a bit disappointing. Tinder twig, nice. Oh yeah, that's right. This is rat meat. Let's ignore that. Oh hey, there's a trap back here. I feel like I should disable it. Or is it below me? Ah, presumably we go round and down, and this line is below us. Yeah, yeah, that's below us. Oh, just walked over that. Didn't care. Be a bit more careful. What's this? Pile. Quite a lot of stuff in that pile, eh? Ah, chest. Hello. Lovely.
Yes? What do you need? Have you found Geran? I would be lying if I said her rage did not frighten me. I heard the Testament left her alive to suffer with deep wounds of grief. I think they will regret their decision.
Definitely. And if they were really about freeing people and sending them to paradise, they wouldn't leave people alive to suffer deep wounds of grief.
He must be in here somewhere. The Testament is drawn to this place.
Oh, I think, yeah, I saw Geran on the major map. I can't see it. We might actually be heading towards where he is here. Ah, nuts. It's a bit morbid, leaving someone as a skeleton at a table. Is he going to set off a trap? I think there's another trap along here. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Oh no, there is. Definitely. But it's a bear trap, so it wouldn't go off with proximity. Actually needs you to run over it. Oh, I'm surprised he's not setting that off, actually. Oh, there he goes. Doesn't care. Doesn't have time to worry about traps. Whether they be bear traps or mines. Ooh. Lockpicks. I always want more of them. It didn't pay any attention to him. And yeah, this is the place I spotted him. This is a lot of dead dudes. What's up, Geran? Oops. Didn't want to do that.
So you're the one my brother dragged here. Why? Did he tell you to save me from the Testament's influence? You were both fools. I joined of my own volition.
Thought so.
Do you need proof? Look to the bodies at your feet. You gaze upon my work.
Where are his ears? He's a Losselfar. They should have quite sticky out ears.
Because they offered me what no one else could. A chance to grow. To do what has never been done.
There's even a gap.
I always wanted control. And the Testament will supply me with all the subjects I require.
There's even a gap in his hair for his ears. Let's see whether we can manage this.
You are correct. I am better than the rest of the Testament.
Oh.
Being a servant of Bailin has made me more powerful than ever.
That's not what I was hoping would happen. Wow, that they came back alive.
I did not think Geran's resolve could fall so fast. You heard what he said. Feragnus, waking? There is more to the Testament's presence here. In Geran's name, we must find what they want.
Stop ignoring what your brother has done. Take all them lockpicks. Lovely. We still haven't gotten one of those keys that we needed, though. I don't know where that is. Pile of rocks. Pile of rocks. There isn't anything over here that we could pick up. Oh yeah, that's an Ascaro Tyrant statue. Wow. Didn't even notice. Apparently there is some kind of connection between Bailin and the Niscaru, which seems weird to me. Huh. So can I just fast travel out? Colm is gone. Alright, well I'll cheat too. Head for Galette.
I can see in your eyes that you have come to the same conclusion we have. Thank the gods. The Testament is on the cusp of raising the Niscaru Lord Feragnos. When they do, all of Detir will be plunged into flame.
And probably, I mean, given the location of the Red Marches, probably also the Plains of Erisel and Detir as well.
Agreed. Unfortunately, we are too late. The beast has already entered this world. I can sense its presence. But Feragnus is weak now. It will take some time for him to develop, to mature. We should strike while we have the chance.
Yes. Bash in the brains of a baby Niscaru. Sounds like a laugh.
Given enough time, Feragnos will develop into a full Niscaru Lord. But while in a juvenile state, it is vulnerable. We just have to get there and hope we are strong enough to fight it.
How do you know this much about Niscaru?
We are all going in there together. We may have come for different reasons, but none of us will leave this unfinished. It seems that Feragnos has housed itself in the complex at the end of the canyon. The only way in is through the catacombs of his tomb. We will meet you in there. Now, let us move.
In different directions, apparently. Oh no, she's following... what's his face? Hraid. Okay. Hraid? Amelthor. So... we've come out here, we've come out here, we've come out here, and here. Don't know if we came out here. I think we did. That's quite a broad ledge. This is the only other one. Okay. So I guess we head back in. And hopefully that last door will have been opened or had a key found for it. Oh, they've all spawned in right next to me. Okay. Yeah, we're heading for here. He's herring off ahead, isn't he? Kind of weird that they're all running at different rates. Do they know how to get this door open? Oh. Now the key worked. Was available. Apparently they didn't care about the arrow traps though. Whoops. Hello.
The Testament was cleverer than I gave them credit for. From the look of things, this door will only open if someone is standing on the switch back there. We don't have time to break down the door. Someone is going to have to stay behind to keep this open.
Yeah, you stay here. I can't, obviously, because these three won't manage on their own.
Very well. You have to keep going and stop Feragnus before it is too late. I will be fine, truly.
We haven't got any other heavy objects to pile on this, like maybe this pillar here, or all of the jars, and this container, or any of these rocks that are loose and lying around. Like, we can't use any of this debris that is about. We have to leave a person, apparently. Oh well, it's fine. Gonna nick all your stuff. There's a trap there. How's it going, Fury? No thanks. Wow. Doesn't like playing rough much, does he? Dead. There we go. Nice one. What's Feragnus got on him? Damage boost, some armor. What does a robust helm do? Don't really care about that. Helm of gouging, piercing damage. Okay. So, we can jump down here. Oh no, that's hard. I'm not going to give that a go. But what I'm going to assume is these guys, when they leave, they'll go out and take Colm with them as they leave. Interesting. But yeah, as I thought, this is a very, very Niscaru summoning situation here.
We're still standing, and Feragnos has fallen. We struck a mighty blow here, Dreg, but the Testament's still out there, planning more atrocities, more murder. They won't try resurrecting this thing again, not under my eye. Now I'm getting out of here.
Goodo.
It's calmed down somewhat. But that Tomb of Feragnos is a beacon to the Testament. Don't know if there will ever be true peace.
It was an honor to fight by your side against Feragnos, and now we never will need fear his return. The Almain, she's fair to look at to be sure, but I'd wager it's safer to take a greatsword into your bed than her.
I suppose it depends on whether you have the greatsword sheathed or not.
I don't know what the future holds for the Marchers, but it's my duty to make sure that Feragnos never gets another chance.
Just tell the Warsworn. They're on Niscaru duty. Is Colm still here? Seems like no, he's left. The doors are closed. Okay, good. We don't need to worry about him standing there forever. Oh, these guys are boiling with chaotic Niscaru energy. It looks like everyone has teleported back to Gillette, or at least Creed and Eth have. Oops. If Eth and Hreath want to help protect the world from Niscaru, then I really think that they should join the Warsworn. So you have chosen death. Cut that out. And we've finished just in time. It's 3 hours. That took less time than I thought, actually. Seems like clearing the Red Marches was only 2 hours worth of content, at least at my level. Carving through them pretty well. I don't know where Colm is. He seems to have disappeared. Like, he wasn't still in the tomb. because the door closed and we didn't see him on the minimap when we checked. But quite where he is, I don't know. We did explore everywhere though. Anyway, that's 3 hours of stream, so that's the end. Next time I'll be going into Odessa and finding out what's going on there. We have Templar Juriel to speak to within. And depending on how long Odessa takes, we may, next time on Friday, get to leaving for Melson Shear. Although I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But for now, that is the stream. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I'll be back, as I said, on Friday around about 8 PM GMT. Maybe a little bit later. I'll be posting on my Twitter at Vanilla Jester just before I go live, or a few minutes before. So if it gets to 8 and the stream hasn't started, which probably is going to be the case, keep an eye on my Twitter, and when you see me tweet, it won't be long before I go live. I also have a YouTube, Vanilla Jester Gaming, where this is going to go up once it's edited and presentable. I hope you've enjoyed, as I said, and I hope to see you again. And until then, I hope you have a nice time, and goodbye.